Okay. Good evening, everyone. This is Seth, Head of Operations here at QUOINE. And this evening, I am very happy to be joined by Laurent from the EZPOS team. And this evening, we started the trading of the EZToken on Cryptos. It's now trading, and I can see there's great volumes and even a nice tick up in the price. Laurent, thank you very much for joining us to help us tell the story about the project. And why don't you start off by telling us a little bit about yourself and about the project?
Thank you, Seth, for the introduction for EZPOS and EZToken. So I'd like to introduce myself as Chief Strategies Officer of EZPOS. So I have been in data industry for 10 years in EY Paris. So I just joined the EZPOS team in the last 2 years in order to develop the data-driven strategy for the company. And I'm happy to join this ICO. We had been a very successful ICO for us to raise $10 million for our project of EZToken. So just a few words about us. So we are an established company since 2011. We manage more than 10,000 merchants with annual transaction volume is about $1 billion. So we are our project is to aim to create an ecosystem of loyalty based on our POS cloud solutions and blockchain technologies. So ultimately, we are going to create a system where retailer and consumer can interact within the loyalty program and creating the marketplace of goods and service and multi-currency wallet where they can use EZToken as a medium of exchange.
Mm-hmm. So why don't you start off by telling us a little bit about the history of the EZPOS, and then we can talk about how you guys came to the decision to kind of leverage blockchain into your existing business.
Yes, we are starting in Vietnam as a startup to provide the point-of-sale software system on the cloud. And we are the first one who introduced the point-of-sale cloud in Vietnam retailer. And up to now, we are quite have a good rate of increase of growth, about 50% each year. We are quite known in the Vietnam market, and we have a lot of merchants who come from other countries around Southeast Asia and Australia, and even in Europe, who use our software in order to manage their operation daily. The thing is, we know that loyalty program is one of the marketing tool, very efficient if the retail know how to use it in order to engage their customer. Mm-hmm. However, the loyalty program, traditional loyalty program, is not very efficiently and costly. So that's why we think that we need to bring more innovation into this area. So the thing is, with the blockchain technology would arrive in the market, we saw a very good opportunity in order to build a system completely on the blockchain. The blockchain would bring more distributed solutions which help reduce cost for customer, for the merchant, and it make the loyalty point never expire and have more value than the traditional loyalty point.
Right, right. So why don't we do this? Because maybe not everyone here is necessarily understanding how the POS works and then how the loyalty points can be transferred by the retailer to the consumer in the store. Yes. Why don't you take us, walk us through the entire journey to kind of paint the picture of how the ecosystem is actually operating?
Yes, very good question. I will explain in very natural way how you can get EZToken into your wallet when you come to shop in a store. So EZPOS is like an operating system for a retailer. Retailer need a software in order to calculate the invoice and print the invoice for the customer, and then at the end of the day, they need to collect every information into their database to know what is the daily sale and so on. So the loyalty program come within our system is when customer come to a shop and they buy an amount of goods or service, there will be naturally a reward and a percentage 1 to 5% of the amount of the invoice. So this percentage would be transformed directly into convert directly into EZToken. EZToken is a cryptocurrency that created by EZPOS, and the EZToken can be stored directly into an e-wallet of the customer. So customer can get the cryptocurrency at the loyalty point. The loyalty point can be added up from many merchants, many store within our ecosystem. And they get, the more they shop in our ecosystem, the more they get EZToken. And EZToken can be traded easily in an exchange, external exchange, such as cryptos or QUOINE.
Especially cryptos. I think it's one of the better ones out there. So,
yes.
And you also mentioned that one of the benefits so tell me who benefits in this ecosystem and how is it an improvement over the existing loyalty points?
Yes, the first one who will be benefit directly into the ecosystem is the consumer. They will shop into our ecosystem. They buy goods and service, and they earn money from the buying, from the shopping activity. This money convert into a cryptocurrency, and it may have more value in the future because, as you know, that a good cryptocurrency with a very big community will have to add more value into the cryptocurrency. So the first one who will be benefits is the consumer, and the second one will be benefits from the ecosystem is the merchant owner. Why? Because they have a very good marketing tool. They can acquire more customer, and they can engage their customer in a very efficient way. Because customer will be happy to shop in their shop because they earn money when they're shopping.
Right. I mean, I think about my own loyalty points. I don't remember. I always get like little cards, and then your wallet fills up. This is not money in here. It's like cards, but I think people don't always use them or they lose them. But by digitalizing the asset, you've solved a lot of problems with maintenance, of transferability. You've taken things that way beyond what the existing loyalty points can do. And it sounds like that will better link the consumers with the merchants that actually support the point of sale systems and the EZToken.
Exactly.
So tell me about, I was thinking about this ecosystem and how it would work. Would it be possible for, say, someone who goes to one store that, say, they're buying coffee, right? and they purchase it using the EZPOS point of sale, and they acquire some of the EZTokens, can they then take those tokens and actually use them at another store, another retailer, let's say where they're selling shirts? I could probably buy a new shirt myself and use the loyalty points that they acquire at one store and actually use it for goods and services at another store.
Exactly. This is the point that we try to let the investor and all people in the ecosystem understand that the point will be transferable and will be used in any service, any store within the ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
And the way it is the loyalty point can be used as a way to reward goods or service from the store.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be used as a payment system.
Mm-hmm.
When I talking about payment, surely it should depend on the country. For the country, we allow cryptocurrency as a payment system, payment service.
Mm-hmm.
We can do it because in Australia, for example, in Australia, cryptocurrency can be used as a payment service. So we can try to use this service. But in Vietnam, you cannot use as a payment service, but you can use to reward for the gifts. Yes.
So let's talk about scope and scale of the rollout of the platform and use cases today for EZT. So how many stores are there and how many countries are actually already using the EZPOS infrastructure?
Yes, we have 10,000 customers around the world, mainly in Vietnam, because our base in Vietnam. But we have several hundred customers in 19 countries around the world. There are a lot from Australia, from France, from Africa, and from Southeast Asia countries. Mm-hmm. So this is a good way to understand the market from around the world. But however, we have a good strategy in order to expand our service more and more. We try to get into the country in the next countries such as Australia or Japan. Mm-hmm. And I hope the partnership with the cryptos will help her to come to the Japan market.
Sure. So when you talk about, say, 10,000 customers, what you're really talking about is 10,000 retailers, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And, I know you're a data scientist, a PhD. I barely got out of high school myself. But my question is, if you say that there's 10,000 retailers, how many potential end users of EZTokens are there, considering all those different retailers and all the customers they have?
Yes. We have a statistic in our system that each merchant, they record their customer base. And the number of the customer base now actually is about 4 million. So we can have a good idea about 10,000 merchants, equivalent to 4 million customer. Mm-hmm. And then it depends on the demography of the country. In Vietnam, the demography is very, very high. So people will concentrate in some city. So there are a big chance that the number of customers for each merchant is very, very high. So we hope that at the end of the year, when we come to 30,000 merchants, we will acquire some databases, a big 20 million customer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 20 million customers. And how long before you think you'll reach that milestone?
Sorry, I didn't hear very good question.
Could be me in the microphone. Yeah. So how long in your roadmap before you think you'll hit that 30,000 retailers?
Yes, our roadmap is very, very challenges and very ambitious. we want to hit 30,000 merchant at the end of the years.
Mm-hmm.
And we are carrying a lot of business decisions, such as reduce half of the price. The price now is the lowest price now is about $1 per user per month.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the best price on the market. That nobody can offer lower than us.
Mm-hmm.
When we offer a lower price, is not that mean that we will reduce the value or the other quality of the service. It is same. Will be the same and even better, because we will develop more and more functionality, the UI, UX, and customer oriented, and we integrate into the platform, loyalty platform.
Right. So from the consumer standpoint, how many consumers, what will be the trigger for consumers to actually use the wallet?
Yeah, the thing is, at the first time when consumer come to a store, they would never know what is EZToken.
Right.
However, we will make a lot of marketing and a lot of presentation to educate the market, educate the user, and they will naturally get some kind of airdrop or some kind of a token directly into their wallet. They maybe the first time they would never understand what is this, what is the value at the point that they receive. However, mm-hmm. they are already used to use traditional loyalty programs, so they know that if they get points, then at the end of several times come back to the store, the point can be rewarded.
Right.
So this is the main way. So when they saw EZToken in their wallet, the wallet would show the value of EZToken, because EZToken is trading
right
in real time. Yes, in the crypto exchange. So they would know the value of their wallet in real time, and someday they will see the value is so important that they cannot be. They will consider it. It's something like an assess.
Absolutely. So the token is actually ERC-20 compliant, right?
Exactly.
And so I guess one of the questions from the community that we got earlier was, how are you able to scale this business without sort of losing a lot of the value in terms of transaction fees?
Okay. Well, we try to lower a lot of the transaction fees, because we are building ourselves the blockchain network. The blockchain network will be based on the network infrastructure, existing network infrastructure. As you know, that we have about 40,000 devices that use in the POS system in our network. So each device can be an element of the blockchain network. So they will be participate into the blockchain to validate the transaction. So we can implement our blockchains and reduce the price as low as it can be sustainable in our ecosystem. And the second thing is in technical term, we would use a hybrid blockchain with a Lightning network at the merchant side. So Lightning network would be free of transaction. However, the blockchain side, we have a lower fees than Ethereum network. So that's why that is the way that we can sustainable the whole ecosystem.
Great. So you're doing some of these processing sort of on an off-chain basis?
Exactly.
and then you'll be able to reduce the overall cost of the movement of the EZ tokens across the network.
Exactly.
Okay. So what are some of the next big milestones in the EZ POS roadmap? And what are some of the big things that you expect we're going to see, say, in Q2 of this year?
Yes, I think the big milestone in Q2 would be the release of the platform, the release of the loyalty platform.
Mm-hmm.
That means that we will be able to see how it works, how EZToken can be integrated into the point of sale system network.
Mm-hmm.
People can use EZToken as a payment service. That's what we will gonna do in the next month in Australia. And secondly, we will integrate into our system many payment service in Vietnam in order to make the network of POS ready for using EZToken. And with the roadmap milestone important in as a product roadmap, we will have in parallel a business milestone. A business milestone is about the expanding service in Australia. Mm-hmm. As you know that we have already opened an office in Australia in Brisbane, mm-hmm. And we will carrying our business expanding strategy in Brisbane in order to mm-hmm. to get at least 1,000 merchants that use POS system in Australia.
Mm-hmm. Wow, fantastic. So, and again, what about as you expand from one region, do you see that there's some sort of momentum that the EZT ecosystem can take hold where other retailers see the value of joining almost to get access to the EZT tokens and sort of the consumer loyalty that comes along with that?
Yes, sure. What we're thinking about is to have a partnership with many existing retailer system, and how to do the partnership is we will separate the platform, loyalty platform, and the POS system.
I see.
Yes, the platform can be integrated into any other POS system, mm-hmm. to existing POS system. That is the thing that we can do to partnership with many existing systems in our country, and it will be we have us to increase our community or ecosystem better and faster.
Fantastic. It's sort of a licensing model that you're moving towards, and expanding the reach of EZT all around the world. Can you tell me about your plans about coming to Japan here in Tokyo?
Yes. Okay. The plan to coming to Japan is would be a strategic partnership with cryptos. What we're thinking about is Japan is a very mature market. There are a lot of POS system already exist in the market. Mm-hmm. However, and the user is very used to cryptocurrency notion. There's so many people who possess cryptocurrency. So we are thinking about a strategy to enter into the market, the Japanese market, as following. We will introduce a functionality, a very innovative functionality of the point of sale system that mm-hmm. people can buy cryptocurrency directly at the store. Mm. What does it mean? That you can buy Bitcoin or you can buy Ethereum directly at the store. This is very innovative because, as you know, that today when somebody wants to buy Bitcoin or Ethereum or any kind of cryptocurrency, they have to be subscribed on an exchange and do a lot of process work in order to be KYC validated and then deposit fund. So it's not very easy for a normal customer or for anybody.
Right.
And it takes time to waiting. And you be very you should understand, do some research to see which exchange is best for buying some kind of cryptocurrency. So we will offer a normal customer, that when they come into a shop or to any kind of store that use our system, that they can buy Bitcoin directly into the POS by, for example, they can just ask, I want to buy $20 Bitcoin, and then the store owner can tap it in the POS system, just as a product, Bitcoin just as a product. Then they will receive directly the Bitcoin into the wallet.
Fantastic. So you're really talking about bringing the 98% of the world that doesn't have cryptocurrencies and providing a gateway for them to get access.
Exactly. Yeah.
To cryptocurrencies using the POS systems and in your wallets.
Exactly.
Amazing. Amazing. Laurent, I want to thank you so much for coming in today, telling us about the project. I, for one, am very happy that we're able to, have EZT listed on the exchange. It's a sort of innovative and forward-looking product and a blockchain project that we want to be associated with. And we wish you all the best success as you further develop your roadmap.
Thank you, Seth. I'm very happy to work with your team.